Simple random sampling. Random sampling, as the name suggests, has an element of randomness in the choice of individuals in the sample. A simple random sample is one in which every member of a population has an equal chance of being selected. Suppose we had the following situation. So this is supposed to be a school with the number of boys and girls in each of these year groups. And we're going to use this in various examples that we're doing. There are 806 students in total in here. In a simple random sample, each of the 806 students would stand an equal chance of being chosen. Suppose we want a 10% sample, so 81 students. We could number the students 1 to 806 and then generate some random numbers in whatever way, using random number tables or from a calculator. For example, our list might start off like this. And note that 554 occurs there twice. So we always want to generate a few more numbers. We don't just want to generate 81 because obviously we don't choose the student twice. We're going to ignore the second occurrence of the 554. The students corresponding to the numbers become part of the sample. Alternatively, we could just pull students' names out of a hat. There are advantages and disadvantages of all types of sampling. For this type of sampling, we have some advantages. It tends to be free of bias in the sense that every student has the same chance of being chosen. However, this freedom from bias is in a statistical probability sort of way, because for the particular sample that you get, Year 7 boys might be overrepresented, and depending on the question you're dealing with, that might be a biased sample. Another advantage is that this is usually easy and cheap when taking small samples from small populations. But there are disadvantages. It can be difficult to do when the population is large. For example, names in a hat tends to go out unless you've got a very, very large hat. Even if we have a sampling frame, it could be time consuming to find each individual associated with a random number. So this is the simplest of the random samples that we can take, which is why it's called simple random sampling. And it has advantages, as we can see, but it also has disadvantages. So there might be situations where we might want to use a different type of sampling. For example, as we'll see, a stratified sample has less chance of bias in this sense, in that particular groups don't get overrepresented or underrepresented.